so did you guys do IVF? And then we just both started laughing. We're like,
You're like,
"No, what?" And then she goes, "Well, there's at least 2." And then we panic. We're like, "At least? What do you mean?
like,
Can you"
can you count
and
then
then come back.
tell us?
Hello, and welcome to the Twin Mom Life Podcast. I'm your host, Jess. I created this podcast to help build community, connection, and most importantly, friendships among moms of multiples. Being a twin mom can be amazing and magical. That twin bond is unlike anything I've ever witnessed. But it can also be isolating and overwhelming. I'll be chatting with other twin moms, diving deep into the twin experience, giving advice on what works for us so you don't have to learn the hard way. Juggling 2 babies at the same time is challenging, but I'm confident we can learn from each other and figure out how to raise these babies together.
Hey, welcome to the podcast. So today I have Danielle. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name's Danielle. I have a toddler, Brody, a Singleton. He's 3. He just turned 3. And then I have 2 fraternal twins, a boy and a girl. Aiden is my boy and Corey's my girl. And yeah.
Awesome. And it's so fun. You are 2 things. The first mom to come on who had a singleton first, and then the first mom of fraternal boy-girl twins. So fun. Okay, so I know it's kind of early in the morning, but what have you done today or what are you going to do today to fill your cup?
I haven't gone yet, but I usually start out my morning by going to the gym, getting myself ready. I did get myself ready today. That's like really big. Like for anyone that's has kids or is about to have kids, like get up and get yourself ready every single day. You will feel so much better.
Mhm.
So I got up, got ready. I usually go to the gym, then get ready, but I didn't. I just got ready and came here.
I totally agree. I always just feel like more put together and confident and yeah, just like better when I am not wearing pajamas and I put a little bit of makeup on. So I agree. Trying to think what I did to fill my cup today.
You're doing this?
This is always fun. I was gonna say I love to just like chat with other twin moms. That's always fun. Today was like a little bit of a more hectic morning. We get up, early to take my daughter to school and we're in the car going by 7 and the boys were already awake at that time. And normally it's more like they wake up more at like 7:30. So, but I mean 30 minutes isn't that big of a deal, but also that's kind of when I'm like drinking my coffee and
Getting
stuff
yourself
and
ready.
getting myself ready.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that was a little bit of a more chaotic morning, but that's okay. Okay, great. So can you tell us more about like how you got married and then how you guys decided you wanted to have kids or how long you waited and what that process was like?
Yeah, so, my husband and I have been together for, like, 10 years, since college. Well, I didn't go to college, but he did. But so we met when he was in college, and I was a bartender, of course. We dated for a long time. We met in Galveston, Texas. He went to A&M, and then we moved to Florida, where I'm from, and he had a job there, and we dated for, like, 5, 6 years maybe, and I was like, "If you don't marry me, I'm gonna marry someone else." And he had my ring, and I totally ruined my own engagement. But anyways, so we got engaged. We had a longer engagement. He really wanted to take his time with it all, and then COVID happened, so that worked anyways. Then we bought our first townhouse, and then we're like, "All right." There were so many families in, like, our neighborhood that were, like, instant baby fever. Like, we have the room, we have nothing but time, let's do it. So, Brody was born in 2023. It took a while to get pregnant with him. It took, like, 8 months. We had him and we were just like, "Let's do it again." Like, instantly. I'm like,
Really?
"Yes."
I'm impressed because after Kaya, I was like, I don't really know if I want to do this again. It was harder than I thought.
Really?
Mm.
I mean, it wasn't easy, but I was just like, "Let's just do it. Let's just get it over with," because I really hate being pregnant.
Mhm.
And I'm like, "If I wait too long, I'm not gonna wanna do it again." So I'm like, "Let's try." So we tried and tried and tried, but I was breastfeeding,
Mm.
and I breastfed him for a year, and it took a really long time to get pregnant. So as soon as I stopped breastfeeding, I got instantly pregnant. We had a miscarriage. That was really hard.
I'm so sorry. It's awful.
Yeah, thanks. It was hard. It was really hard on us. It was really hard on our marriage. We still, like, get so upset about it. we had the miscarriage. We were just so distraught. We never, like, talked about it. It was really, like it was just really we were both not in good places, and we never really talked about it, and we just had our two-bedroom townhome in Florida, and we're just like, "We need a change." So, I had to get a DNC for my miscarriage.
What week?
I was week 11.
Oh,
Yeah, it was really sad. So, I got a DNC, and then you have to wait 6 weeks, and the whole time I was waiting, like, I was still cramping, I still didn't feel good, I'm still nauseous. I go to my 6-week follow-up appointment. They have to do it again.
oh,
This time they have to go in
no.
with,
I don't think
like
I knew that part. That's
yeah.
so
So they have
awful.
to go in with cameras at this point. They weren't able to
Like, they didn't like, there was something left over.
yes.
Oh, gosh.
So then I think she cleaned me out a little too much because the next month I got pregnant with twins.
That's like a thing. I had 2 miscarriages before I had Kaya, and they did a oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the thing, but they go in it's something with their age, like a not a heteroscopy, maybe it is that. I think they
Yeah.
have you heard of that?
Yes, I
Okay,
think it is that.
I had that procedure done, and then
Did they do it the first time?
no, they did it after the second time, and
Okay.
then I got pregnant the next month.
With twins?
Mhm.
Okay, so they cleaned
No,
you
no, with Kaya.
oh, okay.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, you had it before
yes,
Gaia.
yeah. But yeah, I was like, so yeah, I think that's a thing.
Yeah, they just cleaned me out. We moved to Texas. We're like, "We just need to leave." Like, I just felt like that, like, townhouse at that point was just, like, tainted. I'm like,
Mhm.
it's just such bad, like,
It's hard
energy."
when
Yeah.
you have memories that aren't the best ones. So you need like
Yeah, I'm
a
like,
fresh
"Let's just
slate.
move across the country." But my husband's family was in Texas anyways, so it was time. We sold our two-bedroom townhouse and, like, got a five-bedroom house here. So,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah,
it was time to go.
that's Texas for you.
So then when we moved to Texas and got our five-bedroom house, which is what we got our five-bedroom house for what we bought our two-bedroom townhouse for in Florida, like, it's crazy. So we got our house and all of our family was like, "That's a lot of rooms to fill up. That's a lot of rooms to fill up." And we did. We filled them up very fast.
Yeah, so were you so shocked when you found out it was twins at your first ultrasound?
So I found out around the holidays that I was pregnant, and I couldn't get into a doctor until, like, January. So we're at home, I wake up, I'm bleeding, like, a lot. We go to the ER. We don't have an ultrasound tech on duty, we have to wait for her to come in. So now they call in an ultrasound tech, and we're just, like, we're like, "We lost another baby,"
Mhm,
like, we're
mhm.
just devastated. She's doing it. She's not talking, she's really, really quiet. I'm, like, dying
Say
inside.
something.
"Yeah, can you do something?" She's like, "So did you guys do IVF?" And then we just both started laughing. We're like,
You're like,
"No, what?" And then she goes, "Well, there's at least 2." And then we panic. We're like, "At least? What do you mean?
like,
Can you"
can you count
and
then
then come back.
tell us?
Yes. So then she shows us it's still really, really early. So she's showing us, like, the little flickers, but it's nothing, like, crazy, and I did have, like, a blood clot, and that's why I was bleeding.
Okay, I had that too with Kaya, and it is terrifying to bleed in a pregnancy after a miscarriage because
Yes.
you're like, "It's happening again."
Yeah.
So I had a subchorionic hematoma
Yeah.
with Kaya, and then it was fine. Like,
And
she's
went away
obviously it
naturally,
went
yeah.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm so sorry you had that because it's terrifying, but so glad that your babies are okay.
Yeah, they're okay. I'm so nauseous too, like, I was really nauseous with my first son, but I was, like, really nauseous, and I'm like, "This is, like it's gotta be a girl, like, why am I so nauseous?" And then it was twins, so then the doctor came in and explained, like, you get way more nauseous when you're with
It's like
twins."
way more hormones, like
Yeah,
HCG, it was the same thing for me and the boys. Like, I knew something was different because I was immediately so sick. Like, "What is going on? This wasn't compared to my other pregnancy," you know?
yeah, and, like, not to like, if you're pregnant right now with twins, I'm so sorry, but, like, it lasts longer too in twin pregnancy, like, usually your first pregnancy, like, 12 week 12, 13, you're better, like, I was sick, like, the whole time, sorry for anyone that's pregnant right now, but, like, week 17, I could start, like, getting out of bed. Uh,
I was gonna say, I feel like it was between, like, 16 and 20 weeks that I was feeling
better.
better, but yeah, that's awful.
I will say, I think that being pregnant with twins is so much harder than having twins. So anyone that's pregnant right now, like
I
I think you're going through the thick of it. Like it's just gonna get easier from here.
Yeah, I feel like there were times when they were really little where I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so hard." But, I mean, I scheduled David's vasectomy when I was pregnant with the twins because I was so sick, I was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think towards the end, I was crying every night because I was so uncomfortable, like, physically uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
So I feel that.
I don't know how people have 7 kids. Like both my grandmas had 6 kids. I'm like, how? How did you do this? I'm dying over here.
Same.
And then like grandpas didn't help, like dads didn't help back then either. I'm like, you're just out here having 6 kids for fun? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'm excited to talk about that. I know we're gonna touch on that later in the podcast, but I think it's like a thing. So many millennial dads are so much more involved and like, thank you.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. My husband is my rock. I wouldn't be able to do it without him. So the doctor comes in. He's like, "You're gonna be sick for a long time." He gave me 2 prescriptions. One was Bonjesta. It's
Okay.
basically Unisum and B6.
Got it. Okay.
And you can
Which I
take
took with the boys.
yes, and you can take Unisum and B6. However, I just felt like the Bonjesta worked a little better for me, but it's not covered by insurance, of course.
Did it
So
make you super tired? Because like Unisom is like a sleep agent.
I would take it at night. So I took
Okay.
it at night and then it would like last like the day. But the minute I stopped taking it, I would be so sick again.
Okay.
And then they gave me something else. I forgot what it was called.
Like Zofran?
Not Zofran. So
Okay.
I did take Zofran with Brody. But they said they stopped doing Zofran in the first trimester because you have a higher chance of having a cleft lip.
Oh, I didn't take Zofran with the boys. They recommended if I could get by with the Unisom and B6 to do that. Because I think they were also talking about, and I'm not a medical professional, but something about like it is more common for twins to have heart issues, like holes in their hearts and things like that. And that Zofran can increase that. So don't quote me.
Yeah. Well,
That's just
Aiden had a
something.
hole in his heart, so
Oh,
maybe it's yeah,
really?
but we'll get to that.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Interesting.
he's like he gives me the medicine. He's like, "I would try to go see a doctor sooner than your scheduled appointment in January."
Because this is the ER doctor.
This is still the ER doctor. I haven't even left yet. I haven't even had time to, like, process. So, yeah, so I'm still in the ER, and my doctor's appointment's for January. So I call and I call and I call, and they're like, "We don't have anything till January. We don't have anything till January, blah, blah, blah." They're like, "We'll keep you on the, like, list, though, so if anything, like, opens up." We're like, "Okay." Something opens up in the next town over. We're like, we'll take it." We go there. It's a male doctor. I've never had, like, a male doctor before. He is the most like, sensitive man I've ever met. He was like,
Mm.
"You're so high risk. You will have twins and die." Like, he was like the coach from Mean Girls. Like, I mean, he was like, "You are gonna get diabetes. Like, you have blood clots." Like, he just scared me. Like, I was traumatized.
And that's so weird because your kids are fraternal. They're die twins, which are the least risky type of twin.
Oh, yeah, he just sat there and, like, yelled at me for having twins and
Oh,
scared me. And I was like
that's
like, literally at the end of the appointment, I was like, "Is there anything good you have to say?" And he goes, "If it goes right, you get 2 babies." And I was just like,
yeah. You're like, I
"Okay."
don't like you.
Yeah, and then I just, like, me and my husband just drove home in silence, like, I cannot believe that just happened. So, on top of already having a miscarriage, I had this guy come in, so I'm, like, terrified.
You need a new doctor.
Yeah, well, I just went to him because I was waiting for my
Oh,
doctor to
right.
open
Okay.
up.
Okay.
So, I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait to have, like, a woman doctor and someone a little nicer." So then my doctor finally, like, opened up and we went to her, and she did explain, like, it is risky, but it's the least risky of the pregnancies, and basically you're having twins, but they're more roommates than twins.
Mm.
So you're just having 2 pregnancies at once. My whole pregnancy, I was really scared, because I had that miscarriage, and then this doctor really scared me. So I was like it was really hard to get attached.
Well, that's a terrible like, the first medical experience that you had with the twins, like, both times, in the ER, you're like, "Oh, MG, I'm bleeding." And then with the other doctor, the male doctor who was like, "You're gonna have twins and you're gonna die." Like,
Yeah.
both of those are terrible
I know, and then I
experiences.
literally had a miscarriage, so
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
the
whole
whole
lot.
even till, like, this day, and my twins are 7 months now, I'm still like, "Something's gonna happen." It was really, like, really hard to me to be attached to both of them. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, God gave me two because I'm gonna lose one. Like, I don't know why. Well, I know why because everyone traumatized me, but it was really, really hard to like get attached to them. So, I was really sick, like pretty much the whole time, like I was saying earlier. And like I said, it's so much easier to after you have them, like especially because I had a toddler. So, again, my husband, my rock, he, like, literally, like, started working from home, and thank God he had the flexibility to do that, like, he got rid of his office and, like, worked from home and just was like
That's great.
yeah, and anyone that, like, came to help, they're like, "What can we do?" I'm like, "Take the toddler
Yeah.
and run him around, please."
That was a big thing. Like, my mom would come over and be like, "What can I do?" I'm like, "Get Kaya out of the
Yeah,
house."
just run. Can you just run up and down the stairs over and over again, please? And then run around outside 5 times. Um, so I have my doctor. She's amazing. She's like, "Yeah, it's risky, but it's the least risky." I go to MF. Everything's great. Every time we're measuring, they're really, really healthy babies. We do the blood work. We find out we're having boy-girl twins. So exciting. I was really nervous because I already had a boy that if I had 2 boys or 2 girls, that he would feel so left out. So I really think that it, like, worked out for the best, and then I had a boy-girl. So,
That's so great. I was worried about that too. I was most worried to have 2 girls with an older daughter, like,
yeah.
I've heard the twin bond is so amazing, and I didn't want Kaya to feel left out of that, and then I was also scared to have 2 boys because 2 boys are wild.
Yeah, because then you have 2 boys.
But it honestly, like, I just feel like you get what you need, you know? So,
Yeah.
it's special.
So it worked out. We prepped my oldest son is Brody. We prepped him the whole pregnancy. The whole time we were like, "You have babies coming. They're your babies." And he would talk to them and he called me and Corey and they were his babies. And he was so excited to have them here to play with. Even to this day, he calls them my babies. I'll be like, "Are my babies up yet?" And
That's so cute. That's very sweet.
so that really helped with like, he didn't ever really get jealous. I think mostly because like he literally thinks he carried them. They're his babies.
And what's their age gap?
So he just turned 3 and they're 7 months. So probably like
Okay. Okay.
2.5
So
years.
almost so I got pregnant when Kaya was 2.5. So they're more like 3 years and 4 months, so but similar.
Yeah, definitely, and when they're older, it's not gonna matter much anyway.
Yeah, not at all, and I feel like prepping is so important, like you guys did. That's so great to
Yeah,
when you have a singleton first, becoming a sibling, not just to 1 babies, but 2 babies, I can't imagine that could be overwhelming, so
so I actually started therapy after, postpartum, we'll get into all that, but she said it's actually easier for the transition with a toddler when there's multiples.
really?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, and I was like, because then you're kind of, like, sharing your love with 3, and it's not like you're
Mhm.
taking from 1 to give to 1, now you have to split it.
I can totally see that.
So when she said that, I was like, "Okay, that makes me feel." Because I was so, so worried that, like, my whole thing this whole I would, like, cry and be up at night, like, "Oh my god, Brody's gonna feel so left out." So that made me feel better. So we keep going to the doctor, everything's good, everything's good. And she's like, "Alright, we gotta figure out a birth plan. What are you gonna do?" And there's a 1 in 3 chance that you can have a vaginal birth. However, having multiples, you can have a C-section, no questions asked. I'm like, "Okay." I didn't handle my birth well. I had a vaginal birth with Brody. I did not handle it well. I yelled at everyone. I did not breathe through it. I didn't, like
Did you not have an epidural?
I did. I
Okay.
had multiple. I had all the medicine, and I still did not handle it well. But I'm not like this also, I'm not really like this natural girly, like, "I'm not gonna breathe." Like, I walked into the hospital with Brody, and I'm like, "I'm ready for my drugs."
Yeah.
Like, I I am just not just like this natural girly. So I was it was such an awkward feeling that, like, you can pick the birth of your child 'cause,
Sure. You're like, "What am
like
I supposed to do? What's the right answer?"
exactly. So I'd ask my husband, "What do you do?" He's like, "I have no part in this. This is all whatever you wanna do, I support you." And I'm like, "Okay. I'm only going to have them vaginally if they say it is absolutely perfect to have them vaginally."
And they're not gonna say that.
No, next appointment, it was absolutely perfect to have them vaginally. I was like, "Oh my
They said that?
yes!"
Stop.
You're like, "It is the perfect setup. It could not be more perfect." And I was like, "Ah."
That's hilarious because every time, that I would talk to my doctor about that, she would say, "Yes, we can absolutely try it," and then she would remind me of the risks, like, every time. So, that's funny that your doctor was like, "Everything's perfect, 100% score."
Yeah, and I was just like, "Of course." Like And I'm like, "I still want the C-section. I'm scared. I'm at the C-section." She's like, "Yeah, no questions asked. We'll do it." Because then I started down the rabbit hole of, like, all the things that could go wrong with a twin
Yeah.
delivery,
Yeah.
and I don't wanna scare anyone, but, I mean, I met a twin mom who her twins were born on separate days because she was in labor for so long, and then I was on the TikTok rabbit hole, and it's like I had one vaginally and the other one flipped, and I had to have a C-section anyways. So I was just getting, like,
Totally.
worked up and scared, and I'm like, I want the C-section." She's like, "All right, no problem. This is 38 weeks. Pick a date, pick a couple dates, get back to me." And then I felt weird again, like, I don't wanna just, like, pick the date that my kids are born, that's so weird. So we actually put all the numbers in a hat and Brody drew out, and it was the July
That's
24th. Yeah,
cool.
because I felt, like, unnatural, and it's funny because my husband's like, "Oh, July 24th is, like, a cool birthday," and then that's the
It
one that
is.
Brody
It is
picked.
a cool birthday.
So I didn't make it, I was 35 weeks. So my dad was visiting from Florida, and him and Brody are like best little buds, and he was like, "I'm gonna come now, and then I'll come again when the twins get here." Blah blah blah. He comes about every 6 to 8 weeks. So he's in visiting. I'm just like in bed. My dog's being really annoying. He will not like leave me alone. He is jumping on me. He's a huge dog. He's laying on me. He smells. It's uncomfortable. I'm already uncomfortable. I'm like, get away. Like, why won't this dog leave me alone? My dad's here. We bring him to the airport. We leave the airport, driving home. First contraction. I was like,
Your dog knew.
my dog knew. I'm like yelling at him, and he knew the whole time. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna freak out yet. So we get home, and my husband's like, I'm gonna go pick up dinner. I'm like, okay. I haven't told him. So he like goes pick up dinner, and I don't like call him like, hey, uh, how far away are you? So then he comes home and he's like, what's going on? But my contractions are like not like boom, 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 back to back. They're just kind of like I'll get one and then I'll stop. But again, I'm terrified because everyone has told me everything will go wrong. So let me call my father-in-law and he comes over and it's like 10 o'clock at night at this point. I'm
It
like,
always is in, like, the
yeah,
middle of the night.
it can't just be like a weekend or like while my dad was here for the week.
Right.
No, it had to be when he left. So then we had to call in for more backup. We go to the hospital. I'm not dilated, but they are picking up contractions, but they're
Mm.
not regular. And I'm like that night, 34 weeks, but the next day I'll be 35 weeks.
Okay.
And they're like, "We really wanna get you to, like, that 35-week point." So they give me some sort of medicine to keep me pregnant.
Okay. Did they give you, like, the steroid shot for their lungs?
Yes, and then they gave me the steroid shot for their lungs. They're like, "We want this needs 48 like, you get
Okay.
one, and then you wait, like, I think it's 24 or 48 hours, and then you get the second one."
Oh,
And then they're like, "And then at that point, we'll take you off the medicine,
and,
and
like,
then we'll see what happens."
got it.
So I get the I all that happens, again, I walk in and I'm like, "I want the drugs." I get I get the fentanyl, I get everything, I'm just laying in bed, like, for the first, like, 2 days, I'm like, "This is awesome," and then I'm like, "Okay, now I'm, like, starting to miss my family," like,
Sure.
I'm, like, getting a little stir crazy, so they take me off, and then I'm dilating little amounts,
Hmm.
and then it's just kind of like, "We can't send you home, but we can't just bring you in for a C-section because you're not like it's so early still. So it's kind of just like a
It's like waiting?
waiting, and they're like, "All right, if you're not dilating more by tomorrow, we're gonna keep you." Okay. Tomorrow comes around, dilate a little bit more. Every time it's like a little
It's
bit
so
more. I
frustrating.
was there for a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like because 'cause they're just like, I'm so scared I'm gonna put you in the car and you're gonna have your babies in the car, but
Mm.
also, like, ethically, we can't just take out babies for no reason." So then it's like my husband's finally like after like 5 days being here, he's like, "All right, like, I'm gonna talk. We need to make something happen here. Just wait till this afternoon. If it's not more dilated, then you guys can go home." I'm having contractions all day long, all day long. They come and check me. I'm 6 centimeters dilated. I know.
Ooh.
I'm like, "Okay, well, now we can ethically take them out, or we can have a vaginal birth." And I'm like, "Okay, maybe I'll do the vaginal birth." Like, I'm here. I'm ready. I have like one more contraction. I'm like, "No, I don't want it. Take them out." So they wheel me in. I get prepped for the C-section. Everything goes pretty good. My son comes out first. He's healthy, happy. They show me them. They put them away. They have 2 sets of doctors too. So there's a ton of people in this room.
Mhm. So overwhelming.
Yeah, yeah. They take out my daughter next. It's dead silence. And, like, my husband's not saying anything, no one's saying anything, and I'm like, talk to me, talk to me, someone talk to me." So, they didn't
And was
show
she
me
not
her.
crying?
No, she wasn't crying, they didn't show me her over the curtain. I'm like, "Someone talk to me. Mitch, talk to me, talk to me, talk," and they're like, "Don't touch the curtain," and I'm, like, trying to, like, peek over
Oh
and,
my
like,
god, I would've been, like, tearing down the
yeah, and,
curtain.
like, "Someone talk to me." She took a big, deep breath, and she inhaled a bunch of amniotic fluid, so she started crying, and then they got out some amniotic fluid, and then she had to spend, like, 3 nights in the NICU.
I wonder how common that is for baby B, because that happened to Waylon,
Okay.
and
And he was the 2nd.
he
He was
was the
baby
second,
B.
he's baby B. That's so interesting. So, he was not rushed to the NICU, but we were in the hospital for maybe 4 or 5 days after delivery, and during that time, he, like, spit up blood and was, like, kind of, choking, gagging, whatever you wanna call it. I personally thought he was choking, and it's bloody, so I ran out into the hallway and was, like, screaming for help. It was
Yeah.
terrifying. So, like, maybe he should have gone to the NICU, because then he had to get chest X-rays and, like, a few, like, treatments, and it was fine. It was amniotic fluid. So
Yeah.
they basically wanted to confirm that that was my blood, not his blood,
Oh,
and it was
okay.
mine. It
It
was my
was
blood,
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
which is gross and
Yeah,
terrifying and all the things.
crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy to
wild,
think about,
but
but
that's so crazy that that also happened to my twin B. So,
yeah. And they were kind of explaining it to me, like, my twin A, my son Aiden, he was ready to come out where she wasn't.
hmm,
So I went into labor because he wanted to come.
okay.
And
Which makes sense. He's, like, closer.
yeah, he was closer. And it's funny because they were 3 weeks early, 3 or 4 weeks early, which makes such a big difference in the development phase, and I didn't expect that. But you can tell that he was more ready to come out than she was because he does stuff, and then, like, 2 weeks later, she starts to do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
so it's really funny. Like, he'll start doing something, and we're like, "Alright, we'll expect Corey to start doing it next
Yeah,
in
in a few
2
weeks.
weeks, and then we're gonna have 2 babies rolling around here."
That was nice, though. My boys did things, like, very similar, like, about a month apart. Like, they even walked 2 months different. It was Waylon at 15 months and Wyatt at 17 months. They were kind of late walkers. It was kinda nice to not have them do it at the
Exact
exact same
same time.
time.
Yeah.
So you're kinda, like, getting used to one doing it while you can prep to have another one doing it. So it's kinda nice to have it, like, staggered like that.
Yes, I agree, and one thing I was not prepared for was how different my twins were gonna be.
Hmm.
I just thought they were twins, they're babies, they're same exact age. I just thought they were gonna be the exact same. Could not be more opposite.
Like, personality-wise
Everything,
and
everything.
weight, like, they're a pretty big difference, right?
No, actually, they're not. But
Oh,
she
okay.
looks, because she's a girl, they're, like, just a couple
Oh,
point
okay.
ounces of
I don't know why I thought, like, she has, like, chunkier cheeks.
she does, but it's because she's a girl, so she is, like, 70th percentile, but he is 18th percentile because he's a boy.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, which
Okay.
I also didn't think about either. Um,
That's
so
so
yeah, they're completely different. He is my dark Italian, dark eyes, dark he looks just like husband, my Irish husband, but with my dark features,
hmm.
whereas my daughter looks just like me, but with my husband's Irish features. She has red hair, she has blue eyes, fair skin, even, like, complete opposites.
That is a perfect description, and that's the cool thing about di twins. So, my di twins are identical. Yours are obviously fraternal, so they just share 50% of their DNA, like normal siblings would.
Yeah.
So, they
It's
look
literally
so
just
different.
having 2 siblings at one time.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool, and that was a great description how you described, like, the features on the faces, like,
Yeah, that's
I
exactly.
it's exactly right.
Insert picture now.
Yeah,
You'll see a picture.
there's a picture of her babies, they're so cute.
So from their looks, and then, like, we bring him home, could not be more opposite. He likes to listen to music to sleep and the light on. She likes it dark and the sound machine. So, like, we had planned to put them in the same room and then go from there. Because that's, as you know, I just did research, and it was kind of like keep them in the same room, but have them nap in separate rooms. That's what I kept reading.
Hmm.
We couldn't. They were keeping each other up. One liked it light, one liked it dark, one liked this, one liked that. Complete opposite. So we split them up. immediately. But we waited we moved our bed into one of the babies, Corey's room, and, we'd put Aiden to sleep in his room, but when everyone fell asleep, we would move him into Corey's room so that we all still were in the same room
Mhm,
together.
mhm,
They always told us at the hospital, even back to Brody, like, to stay in the same room for, like, up to 6 months because it reduces the risk of SIDS.
mhm. I think that's great. Like, you have to be flexible. I think that is the number one thing I have learned as a mom, especially a twin mom, is like you will make a plan and it's going to change.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to be flexible. Like, okay, you think, oh, they're going to be in the same room. Well, that didn't work for your twin. So you got to pivot,
Mm,
So
yeah.
I think it's great that you guys had that like flexibility and you made it work for your family. So,
Yeah, and it was really nice that we have the space to do
yeah,
that
that
too.
five
Yeah,
bedroom.
that five-bedroom house, look at us.
That's great though. Like you're filling it up.
I know. Well, it was so funny when we bought the house, I'm like, "I have a gift wrapping room. This is my craft room." And then everyone's just like, "So how's your craft room going?" I'm like, "It's smooth. It's pivoted to, like, a closet, like, a piece of the closet, but it's okay."
That's so cute. Yep, you gotta pivot. Okay, so can you tell us more about, like, your life back at home with the twins and with your son and how you guys made that work and that schedule?
Yes, so, I do the C-section. It's not that bad, guys. Like, everyone was like,
Yeah, how was your
it
recovery?
was fine. I was like when I got home from the hospital, I was putting my duvet cover on my bed.
Oh, that okay. So
Like,
you weren't
everyone was like, "Don't do that." Like, everyone and like, no one was like, "Danielle, get to work." Like, but I'm like so like like try to be so independent and controlling. I'm like, "No one could do it the right way. It's only me." So I'm like shaking out a duvet cover as soon as I got home from the hospital. Like, recovery was not that bad.
like, you're not bedridden.
I mean, no, I was fine. The hardest part was I wasn't able to carry, like, the car seats, like, with the
Mm,
babies in the
okay.
car seats. Like, I could carry a baby, but, like, not being able to carry the car seats was really inconvenient because 'cause I'd have to, like whoever's around, I'm like, "Hey, can you carry this across the room for me?" And then not picking up my toddler really sucked too. But other
Yeah.
than that, like, minus the scarring, like, the scar is ugly, but other than that, it was, like, not
But
bad.
isn't it so low?
It
Like
is low. Like, the only person that sees it is me and my husband. My
sure.
husband's like, "You better not say anything. I gave him 3 children."
Yeah, that's exactly right.
No, he's like, thinks I'm even hotter now that I've given him 3 children. So the recovery's fine. Again, everyone that came around, like, "How can we help?" I'm like, "Just take the toddler and run." So they're early. They're 35 weeks. They sleep all day. Newborns sleep, like, all the time, like and especially preemies, they sleep, like, 22 hours a day. So, like, it was like, that part was not hard, and I'm such like, I'm so quick to fall asleep anyway, so when I did wake up with one, I would go back to sleep. One thing I did do, though, is that if one woke up, I woke up the other one to
Mhm.
keep them
On the same
on the
schedule.
same schedule. I was trying to do it at the same time, though, and that wasn't really working for me, so I would just do it back to back. I also didn't get my husband up at night because we had our Brody, and I really needed him during the day, so I would just, like, power through the nights, and then I would sleep. Their last wake up was always, like, 5 AM, and then my husband would go in and take over
Oh, nice.
5,
Okay.
and then I would get, like, my 4-hour stretch, like, 5 to 9 or whatever, and then
It's crazy as a twin mom or a newborn mom in that early postpartum, like how much little sleep you need
yeah.
and how rejuvenated you can feel after like just a solid chunk of 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
I can take on the world. I slept for 3 hours if it's not broken up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also didn't breastfeed them, which we're about to get into, but there was, like, times where I'm, like, laying there, I'm like, "I can have an energy drink." I forgot I can have as much coffee as I want because I breastfed Brody for a year, so I didn't just sip on Red Bulls all day, like so that was pretty cool to, like, realize, like, "Oh, wow, I don't have to be tired, I can do something about it."
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Breastfeeding was really easy for me, I was like a cow, like, I produce an
Good
absurd
problem.
it was a really good problem, like, our freezer was stacked, like, I had no issues breastfeeding, but for me, I wasn't that person that could just, like, whip a boob out in public and breastfeed. And there's so many people that can do that, and I'm like, "Yeah, girl, you go." That was just never me. Like, I
Mhm.
like a dark room, I like a pillow, I like a sound machine, like, even if we did go in public, I would always bring bottles. Like, that was just who I am. I'm always on the go with Brody. And I'm like, "Am I gonna be able to feed 2 babies and just constantly be, like, on the go?"
Mhm.
Because I'm not gonna just feed them in public.
Yeah.
And we're never home. Like, we are outside, like, all morning. We're not going far, but we're at the park and we're doing all these things. So I was like, "Do I even, like, try this?" It was also, like, really hard for my mental health to breastfeed Brody. I didn't realize that, like, how crazy or, like, how bad my postpartum was until I stopped breastfeeding him.
Mm.
And at the year mark, I stopped and it was like a switch went on, and my husband and I were just like, "Wow, like, I'm back to normal, like, this
Mm.
is crazy." I didn't even realize that I was acting like a psychopath for a whole year.
I think that's, like, the beauty of having twins the second time or just being a second time mom is your eyes are open to things that they weren't the first time, and then, like we said earlier, you're able to pivot faster because you need to do what's right for you and your family, and you're not, like, so stuck in just one way.
Yeah, and like I said, like you're saying, like, I was very open to, like, formula, but I wasn't at first. So I talked to my OB, and I was like, "I breastfed Brody for a year. I'm feeling really, like, I don't know if I can do this. Is this hard?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be hard." And I was like, "Okay, like, that doesn't help at all, but thank you for being honest." And she wasn't rude about it, but she's like, "Yeah,
Just being
yeah,
real.
like, it's hard. It's like a full-time job." And I was, like, talking about formula, and she told me, "Formula isn't second best to breast milk, it's just as good as breast milk." And I was like, "Okay." I needed to hear that, and I needed to
Mhm.
hear that from you. Like, I can
Yeah.
Google it and Reddit and TikTok it, but I needed to hear that from you. And my husband was in the room when she said that, and, like, he was did the same thing. "I don't care what you do, like, I support you no matter what." But I really, like, wanted him to hear that from her too, so, like, I felt like I had something to prove to him. He was like, "I don't know why you feel that way, like, you I don't like, whatever you wanna do, I support." But I'm, like, really glad she said that, and then I was like, "You're right. I'm just gonna." And it
Yeah.
worked out.
I get what you mean, though. It's almost like I don't know if, like, permission is the right word, but,
Yeah.
like, you needed someone to be like, "That choice is a good choice too."
Yes.
And it feels good to hear that from a medical provider.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
And yeah, and like you said, not permission, but, like, I don't know, like, I think it's more weird because I did breastfeed one child for so long, and then it's like, am I just giving up that easy?
not at
Um,
all. I think you just have to make the choice that's right for your family, and you also had to think about your toddler.
yeah,
That was a big thing. I think it really resonated with me when you were saying you guys were always on the go and, like, how would I do this out with a toddler and twins? Like, how would I feed them out and about? And that is kind of why I slowed down with pumping. So I exclusively pumped for about 7 months, and I did it every 3 hours the first 3 months. We didn't go anywhere because I was stuck to a pump all the time, and I feel like at that point, I kind of needed to pivot for, honestly, my Singleton's sake. Like, she
yeah,
needed to get out more than I was able to provide. So you just have to make choices not only for your twin, but for your family.
yes,
And I think that is a big difference when you have a Singleton first or other children is that changes your family dynamics, you know?
yeah, exactly. No, couldn't agree more. Like, not getting out wasn't an option for me. Like, I am a stay-at-home mom, but it's really hard to be at home. And I think being a stay-at-home mom, the hardest part is just staying home. Like,
Mhm.
we go out every morning and do something, not even, like, something big, like, just walk to our parks, walk to the pools in the summer. We are in the pool all summer long. Like, we do not just, like, sit at home, and that's because it's me. Like, it is so bad for my mental health just to be at home.
Yeah.
It goes back to, like, getting ready every day. Like, I have to get up, I have to get ready, I have to even go for a walk. Like, I cannot just sit here. So that was kind of hard about postpartum for me because it takes, like, 6 weeks to, like, fully recover. But I think that takes 6 weeks to recover vaginally too,
Well, and that's
probably.
just physically. I
Yeah.
feel like emotionally, hormonally, it takes
Oh, I'm still not recovered.
Yeah.
I'm still messed up. I don't think I'll ever be the same again.
Same.
So, that was another part that was hard about the C-section is, like, I couldn't just, I still would take him to the parks probably, like, week 4, week 5, or take him to the pool, but, like, my husband had to push them down to the pool for
Mm,
us. Like, I no, you just can't, like, move, you can't twist,
right.
you can't turn, you can't push. Like, we got a really good wagon, I just kind of pile everyone in the wagon and push it everywhere, and, like, I couldn't do that. So, like, I would, like, drive down, and then my husband would, like, push the kiddos and then, like, drop us all off and then come back and pick us up. Again, so much flexibility when he can work from home, and I'm so
Mhm.
thankful that he was able to do that and able to get us out of the house.
Even just those little things are so helpful.
Yeah.
Like, even now, my husband mainly works from home, and sometimes in the mornings, I'm like, "It has already been a day. It is 8:30 AM. Can you please just help me put all of our children into their car seats?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
just help me for 3 minutes and then go right back to work." And if he's able to, which he is most of the time, it is so helpful. Just like that. Those, like, little things really can
Change
just change your
can
day
change
and
your attitude and
yeah,
change your
exactly.
mindset.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're usually out of the house at, like, between 9:30 and 10. We don't come back till, like, 12:30. But he, like, gets us all out of the house, and then he goes and works, and then we come in hot at, like, noon, and he's there to help us all in and, like, help with lunch and stuff. And then we all nap. Well, my husband doesn't. We all nap, as in me and the kids, from, like, 1 to 3:30. And, like,
It's a great schedule.
yeah, take the naps. That is my advice. Take the naps. Do not try to get housework done because your kids are gonna wake up and they're gonna trash your house again anyways. So take the naps during the day.
Absolutely. Yes. I feel like I did that as much as I could when Kaya was little, just because it feels good to
Yeah,
catch up on sleep,
yeah. Or just even or even if you don't nap, put your feet up and
and rest.
rest. I don't know if you ever watched Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Moira. But
Oh, I
there's a
know.
really big quote that we live by, and she's always like, David, there's a reason why the flight attendant tells you to put your mask on first. And that is something that my husband and I have like instilled since especially since the twins got here. Like, if you're not good to you, you're not going to be good to us. So, like,
Mhm.
you have to take care of yourself.
It's so, so true. That's one of the reasons I ask everybody, like, what did you do to fill your own cup today? Because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And if you're not doing things for yourself, then you're not going to be a happy mom. And I really do think moms are the ones that set the tone for the household, especially stay at home moms. And if you are, I don't know, like pissed, angry, resentful, that is going to,
Overstimulated.
yes, like all of those things are going to overflow into your home and that sets the tone. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. Like, I'm working on this all of the
Oh,
time,
yeah. And you're going to be working on it for your whole life.
forever. Yeah, that's exactly right. But trying to make sure that you are doing things like putting your mask on first so that you can help your kids. And yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So that's just, I agree. That's just one thing that we always are constantly saying to each other, like, "Put your
Mhm.
mask on." And another thing that we've been living by is, like, it's not between me and him, it's not always going to be 50-50.
Mm,
Like, there's gonna be days where I'm 80 and he's 20, and there's gonna be days where it's 60-40.
mhm,
And, like, you have to be there for each other, and you have to pick each other up during those times.
mhm. Yeah, that was a big thing. We were talking about this off air. That was a really big thing with me and David. Like with Kaya, this is more situational. He had a very different job where he was gone 12 hours a day. He managed hefty material where he could not have been sleep deprived for like safety. So he slept in a different room. When Kaya was little, I was alone 12 hours a day. It was a very, very different postpartum experience plus COVID. With the boys, he had a very different job and he has been so involved. Not that he wasn't involved with our daughter, it just was a very different circumstance.
Yes.
And having that help and I think we work together way better now. And maybe that's just because we've been married longer and our relationship is just getting stronger. But it is so important, like we were talking about. We are on the same team.
Yes, you are on the same team, and that was really hard. So even when, like, my son first got here, like, we did not get along. My husband and I did not get along. We were at each other's throat. It was really, really, like, hard on our marriage. I don't know if you guys experienced that, but I don't know what it is. It was just, like, this whole new like, he couldn't do anything right. He could do it perfectly right, but in my eyes, it was wrong. And he also kinda got very sensitive too, like, I was going through my postpartum and I was being snappy, and that's not okay, but also I feel like he wasn't lenient with my, like,
Yes.
postpartum as well, which is not like, postpartum is an excuse to, like, be mean to your spouse, but kind of is.
Like
Like,
you needed grace.
yes, and he didn't give me that, and I didn't give him grace either.
Yeah.
So it was really like, we really bumped heads, and then we lost the baby. So then we really bumped heads. So it took probably, like, 2.5 years before we were like, "Hey, we're not gonna get through this together if we don't start being on the same team." And then as
Mhm.
soon as we started looking at it like that, like, everything has been great.
I think that's so important, and I feel like I would imagine that that's typical with the firstborn. It was very similar for me and David. We bumped heads a lot. And a big part of it, I also had postpartum depression. And I had to do everything. And like you said, like what I did was right and how he was doing it was wrong.
Yeah.
So I feel like he almost was like, well, then why am I going to do it anymore? If every time I do something, I'm going to be corrected or, like I'm not doing it up to your standards.
Yeah.
And I just feel like after having twins and now we've been married for so much longer, like we just understand each other better. And it was the same thing. We were like, if we are going to have another baby, we're going to have to do this differently and be together, like do this together as a team. Like, even if you say something that hurts my feelings, I, I don't think that was your intention.
Yeah.
Where I feel like with just our daughter, I would be like, he's so mean. He said this. And he was like, I didn't mean it like
Yeah,
that.
I would never, like,
I would
try to
never
hurt your
intentionally
yeah.
hurt your feelings, like, you took it the wrong way or I was tired and I should have rephrased it, you know? So I feel like now, I don't know, like, our relationship has just gotten stronger, and I do think part of that is just being second time parents.
Yes. Yes, I agree, and, like, still to this day, he'll, like, do stuff, and I'm like,
Sure,
what
yeah.
did you do?" I wouldn't have done it like that, but now I just don't say it out loud. Now I, like, text a friend, like, "Why did he do this way?" Or I tell my therapist.
Well, and there are certain things where you're like, "Okay, we need to have a discussion about that," but maybe at night and not in the moment, because I feel like sometimes in the moment, you're like you could be snappy.
Oh,
Where
yeah, for
if you
sure.
say it in 5 hours from now, you could be like, "Hey, earlier when you did this, could you do it this way instead next time because blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
And I feel like that goes over well. So I feel like we've also just learned how to communicate
Yes, exactly.
better with each other. So I think it's just time experience.
And also, like, if you do wait
Twins.
and twins, but if you do wait to talk about it later, it also is like, is it that important
Yeah.
now? Like, then you start really thinking about it, like, is this worth hurting his feelings for? No,
Right.
we'll let it slide.
Right. Is it 5 hours later, is it still worth talking about?
Yeah.
If it is, then do it. If not, then let it go
Yeah,
and
just let
move
it
on.
go. Which was that was really hard for me. I'm a very controlling person. I'm a perfectionist. Like, that was really, really hard for me. And it was really hard not to be, like, snappy. But then him being really, like, kind and such a sensitive soul, it was hard for him not to get offended by everything I said.
Mhm.
So that was hard. But now we're like 3 years in, and kinda we're adapting way better. It's
That's so
definitely,
great.
definitely better.
Okay, so it sounds like you and Mitch are figuring this out and are coming up with good systems and schedules. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, so it is so important to, like, get in a good routine and put your kids on a schedule, not just for you, but for your kids. Like, kids
Mm,
that are on schedules thrive, and they need that. They need that
routine.
routine.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
So my twins go to bed at 6. My toddler goes to bed at 7. So we have the whole night to get our stuff done. As soon as they go to bed, we that's when we clean. That's when we hang out. That's when we get our house ready for the next day. It is so important to set up for the next day.
Mhm.
Like, for a while there, we would wake up and we felt underwater every morning we woke up. We wake up, there's because we bottle fed, bottles everywhere. So
Mm.
many we are running the dishwasher 3 times a day. Laundry piled up, like, every day. Keeping up with the house was harder than having the twins for us. And we're just like, we have to put aside and 30 minutes to an hour every single night after everyone goes to bed and just get the house ready for the next day. And that's what we do. So we, do a load of laundry. I got a 2-in-1 vacuum, mop. We run that every
Nice.
day. I highly recommend it. If you're like, what should I get? I'm like, that. That's the only baby item you ever need is the 2-in-1 vacuum. So we do formula, and we'll, like, preload. all the water in the like, not only put the bottles together, but, like, preload it so that we could just grab and go, grab
Mhm.
and go. So one thing with the formula that I didn't realize is that it can be served room temperature.
Mm.
So we never had, like, the baby warmer or anything like that. We always just keep, like, the water on the counter and then use that, and that's really helped too because I'm like, "How am I gonna walk around and do things with my son if I have to warm up 2 bottles?"
Mm.
So,
Mhm.
they served it, but they gave it yeah, I guess served it. They gave it to us in the hospital room temperature, and then we just always continued with that, and we've never had an issue.
Oh, that's great. And you can take it on the go.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it can be? Like, once you make the bottle, how long can it be at room temperature before you have to, like, toss it? Okay.
So, like, we have the water ready to go, but then we just add the formula in
Got
when
it.
it's ready to go. And then once I do know once their mouth touches it, you only get an hour.
Okay.
But, like, if we're making a bottle, they're eating it,
They're
and
eating it right away.
yeah.
That's great. So you had, like, the water in the bottle, and then you would have the formula separate. So
Yes.
then you'd scoop it in while you're out and about, shake it around, and then boom.
Done.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And
Love
then
it.
we also, have this whale device that you put it looks like a neck pillow. So we wrap it around one of their necks. Usually my daughter, she does a little bit better with it, and you can put the bottle in there.
Like a holder,
Yeah,
a
it's a
bottle
bottle
holder.
holder. So, like, most of the time, my husband can come out and help and do bottles at the same time, but there are some times where he does have to actually, like, work, and when he's like, "Hey, I have to be in my office," like, I know to take it really seriously, like,
Right.
"Okay, no problem." So we do have this for emergencies, and I 10 out of 10 recommend as well. Um,
That's
I
great.
I think I just got it, like, online.
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon
Okay.
probably. It's just like it literally looks like a little whale.
Well, at least it's cute.
Yeah. And she loves it. You just put her on a pillow and then put that on. We really like set up for the next day and then we enjoy each other. And that goes back to nap. Take naps so that you can stay up late. We implemented a routine immediately. Like we did this with my toddler. It was always bath bottle bed or bath boob bed. So as soon as we got home from the hospital, we did it with the twins. Did it work right away? No. It took months and months and months, but now they go to bed at 6. So there's
That's
so
amazing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't beat that. I know it's not gonna be like that for like, I know most people work and then don't even get home till, like, 5:36, but it just really, like, works for us being home all day. I read a book called 12 Hours of Sleep at 12 Weeks, but
Mm,
for the cliff notes, it's bath bottle bed every single day at the same time, and we start at 5.
that's so great. And then they just know, like, okay, we're doing the routine.
Yeah,
Now it's bedtime.
yeah, and then they sleep.
So do they sleep 6 to 6?
Yeah, for the most part, we're trying to get to that 6, they're usually, like, 5, but then they go back down at 7.
Right.
Like,
So
they're
they're just still napping
constantly
3?
3 to
3 times a
4,
day? Okay.
yeah. I would say with my toddler, though, like, it was very much like, it is 11:01, he is going down now, whereas with them, they're not as strict during the day, but, like, that 5 o'clock, we call it witching hour, and they know, and it is time to go down.
I was the exact same way. I we have a schedule with the boys, that's how my brain works, but I'm way more flexible,
Yes,
where with
flexible.
Kaya, it was literally when you said 11:01, I was like PTSD. I would look at my clock and I would start panicking. It is 7:03, she is not down for this nap or whatever, and it, like, kinda it ruined it did not help with motherhood. Now, I love having a routine, but it's just more flexible. They go down for a nap between 12:30 and 1. Okay, I have a 30-minute or more or less flex sometimes.
Yeah.
So I feel like having a consistent routine that everyone knows is happening, you and your kids, is so great with that little bit of flexibility.
Yes,
I
it
think
is. It's funny that you say that because Brody was not flexible at all, we were so strict, but he was also so strict. Like, I would literally like, we were out with friends, and I'm like, "I bet it's 11." They all looked at their phones, 11:01. They're like, "Oh." I'm like, "Yeah." And, like, we would leave the house every day at 9. He would start wiggling the doorknob at 9. He, like, knew. Like,
yeah.
he was so not flexible. Like, it took us a really long time to travel with him because it was just, like, he didn't sleep at all every time we did that.
Mm. Like,
But
this isn't my routine.
now he's a really good sleep like, he's 3 and he still naps and he still, like, needs his naps, like,
Mhm.
I know a lot of kids drop their nap, but
My boys haven't yet, and I'm so thankful.
I know.
They need it, like, around 12 or so. So I don't think we said this, but we met because our boys go to the same Mother's Day Out program.
Yes.
So it's Tuesdays, Thursdays, 9 to 12. We come home and we're having lunch and everyone's rubbing their eyes.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they are ready and they're down by 1. And I had to change their schedule because they used to go down at 12. And then when they started this program, like obviously that wasn't going to work
Yeah.
anymore. So I love that. That is also how my brain works on schedules. And we do the same thing at night where we're like, okay, we're doing a load of laundry, we're doing the dishes, we're trying to clean up toys. And when I say that, I mean we're putting them into the playroom, like we're getting them out of our living room. So at least that is like, I think our brains work better when things are organized.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're just organized. That's how our brains work. So we call it closing shift.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
we're like,
cute.
before we can get into bed or have a glass of wine or a cup of tea or whatever you're going to do, we need to do XYZ. And it absolutely makes us feel better when we wake up in the morning. So you are not waking up to chaos.
Yes, exactly. Because and there's so many people, and I every week, I'm like, "I'm gonna be that person that wakes up before my kids," and I'm never that person. I don't know why. I don't even know why I say it anymore. I say it every Sunday, and I've never done it. But so when I wake up with my kids and it's chaos right from the beginning, it's so nice to, like, already have everything, like you said, ready to go.
Hmm.
I
Yes.
just wanted to touch base about Mother's Day out. So I didn't wanna put Brody in anything. I was like I had, like, too much pride. I'm like, "I don't wanna send him anywhere. I love having him home. I love being with him." But then it got to the point where I wasn't doing anything with the twins.
Mm.
It was all Brody. Like, I wasn't getting that one-on-one time with them. They weren't learning new things, I feel. I wasn't reading them books, like, or even doing Miss Rachel. Like, Brody's outgrown Miss Rachel, so I don't put it on. But that was, like, such a huge, like, way that we all kinda learn things. Like, I didn't know sign language until I watched Miss Rachel, and, like, I just haven't had that with them, and I'm like, "I really need to we, like, really need to put them in something," and it was hard, and it's still hard, and it took a lot of, like, sucking up my pride to ask for help, essentially, but we did it, and he loves it now, of course. It's insulting how much he likes it, like, he just runs in there like, "Alright, you don't miss me at all? Okay."
Like,
Uh,
bye, mom.
yeah, he's like, "See ya. Don't
It,
come back."
it's it's so minimal.
Yeah.
It's 6 hours a week,
Yeah.
so it's just the perfect amount of time for you to get some time with the twins, and for him to have some like fun toddler time and get to jump around at
Y
so
yeah, and be with kids
other kids.
his age,
Mhm. Yeah.
another thing that I did right away, I don't do it here because we kinda live in the middle of nowhere, but I highly, highly recommend joining your local, like, library.
Mm,
When
mhm.
Brody as soon as he turned 3 months, we started going to a library group, and it
I
was
love that.
yeah, and everyone they have different age groups, everyone was his age. I met so many mom friends from doing that. I We created such a great friend group. Florida's really expensive, so we all lived in, like, townhomes and villas. So every morning we'd wake up, we're like, "This park," and we'd all meet there, and we did it every single day during the week because we were just so sick of being home.
Mhm.
So I highly, highly recommend joining your library and meeting friends. I can't now because, like I said, the library's so far away from us, it's not really worth it, but
But that's a great especially when you're new to an area or you have, like, very little kids. It's a great way to meet moms with similar aged kids. So, I feel like that's a really great tip.
yes, yes, and it was something he looked for, and it wasn't just, like, sitting there reading, like, they did bubbles and story time and songs and dance, and
Mhm.
it was
Fun.
like yeah, it was his every week, he looked forward to
Yeah.
it.
That's so great. And is there anything else you wanna touch on, like, in regard to, like, scheduling and stuff? Because I feel like you guys have done just a really good job of that for your guys' kids' sake and for your own mental health.
Yeah, like I said, definitely join the library group and go outside, make a friend. I made, we just moved here, so I don't have a lot of friends, but I made one really, really good friend, and her daughter is Brody's age, and it's just, like, you don't need this huge support system all the time, you just need one person, and, like, she would take the toddlers while I was pregnant,
Mm.
and, like, we would all still be together, but she'd run around with them. Now she's pregnant, so she hangs out with the
Aw,
babies, and I run with the toddlers. So, like, you just, like,
that's
get out
sweet.
there and, like, I forced her to be my friend. I swear, I stalked her. No, I was walking in the neighborhood with Brody, and I saw her, "Hey," 3 days in a row, so, "Hey," and finally that 3rd day, I'm like, "I'm walking with you now." Like, and then we just walked every day together since then. So, yeah, definitely get out there, make your friends, fill your own cup. Take care of your marriage, take care of your home, and everything else around you will fall into place.
Yeah, I love that, and that's so true. I mean, I think meeting friends is so important because we've talked about, like, isolation and that isn't good for anybody. So,
Yeah.
I love all of those tips, like, just I feel like I have done that too, like, "Can I have your number?" It's kinda hard to do that to, like, put yourself out there, but the majority of time, like, other moms want to be friends too, you know?
Yeah,
So
especially when you're, like, at a s pub like, the library, like, everyone's there. No one's going to the library to be by themselves.
yeah, it's like you're going out to be in community and
Yeah.
to seek some kind of connection, you know? So
Yeah, like, Brody's first birthday here, well, it was his technically his second birthday, we had, like, just family and, like, one friend. He just had a party this weekend, there was 60 people there. Like, that is a wedding guest list, like,
I
just
know
went
when
off.
you were like, "Oh, yeah, I only have, like, one close friend." I'm like, "Girl, I have been to your New Year's Eve party and to Brody's party, and it was packed.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people there, so"
I make everyone be my friend, I'm like, "You don't have a choice now, here." And also another tip is when you save someone's number, save their children's names next
Yes.
to it. So it's always it's like Jess, Waylon, Wyatt, Kaya. Like, so you just have, and now, like, then I meet their husbands and I add them in there too.
I love that. That's a very good tip to do everybody, like,
Yeah.
and husbands too. I love
Yes.
that. That's so cute. Okay, so you guys have this awesome system. Are you guys gonna have any more kids? You have one bedroom to fill,
I
right?
Well, technically, it's Mitch's office right now. But, we always joke about it. I went to my 6-week appointment and I'm like, "Give me birth control." Because I know the minute I have too many drinks, I'm gonna be like, "Let's do it again." Because, like, as soon as you have your kids, you, like, instantly forget how miserable pregnancy is, how hard it is the first couple months. Like, you just forget it all.
Mhm.
Mitch was like, kept joking the whole time we were pregnant, like, "I'm gonna get my vasectomy. I'm gonna get my vasectomy. I'm gonna get my vasectomy." And then it was like, well, maybe we'll just get some birth control."
Mhm.
And
Just like
now, like,
super
randomly the
nerdy.
other night, it's so funny, like, yeah, so the other night, he's like, "Okay, I'd have another baby, but you have to promise you only have 1 baby."
If only you could control
Yeah,
such a thing.
like, fair. But right now, no, and it's not because I don't want more kids, it's because I'm so sick when I'm pregnant that, like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to, like, be with the kids I have now.
Yeah.
We'll keep it open, like, maybe when they're all in school in a couple years. Who
There you
knows?
go.
I don't wanna I don't wanna say no, but I don't wanna say yes, so we'll keep it open.
I love it. And we were chatting earlier, we have to have you back on once your twins are 1 and come back and do, like, a review of the first year.
Yes,
Like, product reviews and
I would love that so much, and yeah, we're definitely, like, testing out things, and I'm such, like, a minimalist in a way when it comes to, like, I don't like buying stuff, especially, like, baby stuff because they do grow out of it so fast.
Mhm.
So I can't wait to, like, go over everything with you to tell you, like, what you should get and what you don't really
Sure,
need.
like, what did you actually need 2 of, and what things are not worth buying, and one thing I was open to with the boys that I really wasn't with Kaya was having things, like, used in hand-me-downs. I feel like with Kaya, I'm like, "She is my first, I want everything, like, brand new and sparkly."
Yeah, and pink, yeah.
Yeah, and yes. And now with the boys, I'm like, "I will take anything. You got, like, an extra shirt? I'll have it." Like,
Yeah.
"Sure."
I mean, we are making so much stuff off the side. Not the side, like, people on Facebook Marketplace will be like, "Oh, I have this outside," and we go grab it every
You're like,
time.
"Sure, yeah,
Yeah. Thank
absolutely."
you, because they only use it for such a short amount of time.
Well, I feel like you've given us so many awesome tidbits, but if you were able to have a heart to heart with a twin mom and give her a piece of advice, what would you tell her?
Feel a little repetitive, but like I said, take
Okay.
care of your house, take care of your husband, take care of yourself, and then everything else will fall in place.
I love that. I love that. Awesome. Well, Danielle, thank you so much. That was so fun to chat.
Thank you for having me. I had such a good time.
So fun. And we'll have you back. And
July
yeah.
2nd. I'm free. No, just kidding. I have a double birthday party to plan.
Well, perfect. We'll have you back a second time to do all the fun baby product stuff.
That works for me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for taking the time out of your busy twin mom life to listen along. I hope this podcast shed some light on a topic that's been on your heart and gave you more confidence as a twin mama. If you know a twin mom, please send this her way. If you like what you heard today, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Check out the show notes to be connected with today's guest and get discount codes for brands I love. Think clean beauty and supplements. See you next Thursday. Until then, you were made for this.